Raj Mathur and Priya Chopra are poles apart, but madly in love with each other. But is that enough to sustain a happy relationship? Vivek, Aditya and his wife Rashmi are playing in a bowling alley when they spot their friend Deepak with a woman. Deepak introduces her as his fiancée Sheetal, and Vivek asks them to sit down. Rashmi notices the book Sheetal is holding, which she feels is the best romance she has ever read. Aditya is disappointed that Deepak hasn't told her about their friend Raj's story. Sheetal doesn't believe that a bookish romance can happen in real life. The friends start arguing about who will tell Sheetal the story, till Deepak finally starts giving a background for Raj. Sheetal learns that Raj's dad was a farmer in Punjab, but Raj wanted to be an engineer. Raj ended up with an export business since he can't seem to stick to one thing. We see Raj getting out of a truck in excitement after completing a job in Bangalore. He gets a call from the owner of TradeLink, Mr. Sinha, which makes him very nervous. While talking to Mr. Sinha, he remembers he has a meeting with him that day and panics. He starts getting ready while talking smoothly on the phone with him. Sheetal is amused by Raj's character and feels like she wants to meet him. But she remembers this is a love story and asks about the woman in the story. Rashmi introduces Priya, who studied in Greece but moved to India after graduating. She is a fashion designer whose first show was a huge success. Everyone congratulates Priya on her success, and her aunt Anna is very proud of her. Sheetal is impressed, but intrigued about how different Priya and Raj sound. When she asks how they met, she is told it was all because of an accident in Mahabaleshwar. We watch as Priya overtakes Raj's truck and gets out of her car in anger. Raj is smitten from the moment he sees her, and is speechless. She screams at him for not driving properly, and questions if he has a license. In her anger, she doesn't notice her car drifting away. Raj tries to point it out, and even her friend notices it. The car finally crashes and topples over, forcing Priya to look behind to realize what Raj is talking about. An irritated Priya then sits in her car while Raj helps tow it. Raj reaches Salim's wedding and starts complimenting his wife, Farah. He seems excited and explains that he met a girl on his way there who was very beautiful, and he doesn't know if he'll ever see her again. While explaining the story, he spots Priya at the wedding and asks Salim about her. She is Farah's friend, and after learning this, Raj insists that she should ask her about her journey. Priya greets Farah in excitement without noticing Raj, and on his insistence, Farah asks about her journey. Priya starts describing the weird truck driver she met. She still hasn't noticed Raj, and he keeps asking her questions from behind, which makes her realize the truck driver wasn't that bad. When she turns back, she is shocked to see Raj, and he jokes about her not recognizing him in nice clothes. Salim explains that Raj isn't a truck driver, but the owner of a transport business. It then gets awkward as they try to take a picture where Raj wants to be close to Priya. Priya apologizes for being rude to Raj, while Raj starts flirting with her. He insists she needs to go back to Mumbai with him in his truck to make up for her rudeness. Priya tries to protest, but Raj manages to win her over with his charm. In his truck, Priya doesn't like his music too much, so he starts singing himself. She gestures for him to drive, but is amused by how lively and fun-loving he is, as he keeps dancing and singing throughout the journey and makes her join him. Priya is initially hesitant, but starts having fun. They keep trying out new things on their journey, and Priya also starts learning to have fun. Raj is about to drop Priya off when he gets stopped by a traffic cop, Mr. Tiwari. His truck isn't allowed in the area, so Priya offers to walk back home. Raj agrees to take his truck away, but wants to say bye to her properly. Priya thanks him for the journey, and he gifts her a sugarcane. He asks Tiwari to follow her to make sure she arrives safely. While she is walking away, he shouts out that he will call her. Tiwari helps Raj note down Priya's number, as he can't hear her properly. Raj is in love, and can't stop smiling as Priya walks away. Priya enters her building in excitement. Anna is concerned about how late she is, but Priya is still on a high about all the new things she tried. Anna then suggests a shower, and Priya's friend Samir comes looking for her to give her a surprise. Raj is also in a good mood and comes across Nandu, a drunk man on the streets, with his dog Modi. They both start singing, and Raj plays with Modi while convincing Nandu to sing his song instead. They both agree that they have just one woman in their whole life, and are singing for her. Sheetal wants to know what the problem is, since Raj and Priya liked each other so much. Vivek explains that the paper on which Raj wrote Priya's number got washed away in laundry. Raj is frustrated, and complains to his brother Manu and his wife Savita. Manu suggests that Raj can ask Priya's friend Farah for her number, but Raj doesn't know where she and Salim have gone on their honeymoon. Raj then gets an idea and runs away in excitement. Raj approaches Tiwari, but he doesn't remember Priya's number either. He introduces Raj to some locals so they can help him find Priya's house. When they ask Laxman, who is flirting with his girlfriend Radha, he suggests that they can consult postman Ganga about Priya's address. Ganga tries to remember if he knows her, and even his friend Rustam gives some suggestions. But no one knows for sure where she is, and Raj is still determined to find her. He keeps seeing her face everywhere in people he comes across. When he is dancing on cars in the traffic, he finally spots her and gets excited. Priya learns that Raj has been looking for her for 20 days. He asks her out for dinner, but Priya gets nervous and mentions that she has to leave for Athens that night. Priya is getting engaged, which shocks Raj. They sit together in silence, and Raj is confused, since he thought Priya liked him. Priya does like him, but her engagement got decided a week ago, and now that her parents and extended family are involved, she needs to get engaged to Samir. Raj wants another chance with her, but Priya feels like he doesn't understand commitment, and how important it is for her to turn up. Priya cannot live her life spontaneously like Raj does, and even if she feels bad, she knows she has to leave. Nandu discusses with Modi how the woman he loved lived across the street. He remembers how special she was, till one day she got married to someone else and left. Nandu knows he should have confessed his love for her when he had the chance. Raj overhears the last part of Nandu's conversation and feels upset. Raj starts packing his bags to go to Greece, and while Savita helps him, Manu is very confused. Raj is willing to go to any corner of the world for Priya. He knows he doesn't want to spend his life in regret like Nandu does, without letting Priya know how he feels. Savita reminds him that he is using up all his savings for Greece. Manu also feels like Raj should not just leave his business and go. At this point, Raj only wants to find Priya and stop her engagement. Priya is surprised to see Raj in her flight, and seems confused. Raj explains that he doesn't want to live in regret, so he will try anything to get one more chance with her. Priya politely explains that she intends to get engaged. Raj understands, but insists that he needs to try. Raj asks the man sitting next to Priya if he can exchange seats with him. When he refuses, he moves to his own seat and asks the woman to shift. She informs him that the man is her husband, and she wants to stay away from him. After a while, the passengers learn that due to bad weather in Athens, they need to make a stopover in Mykonos. Raj is ecstatic, but Priya is worried and tries to call her dad to inform him. While they sit and eat, Raj keeps trying to convince Priya how happy he will keep her if they get married. Priya spots a stuffed dog she loves, and Raj wants to get it for her. He tries to play a game to get it, but is terrible at it. The shopkeeper notices his dedication and decides to give the dog to him for free. Raj happily hands over the dog to Priya, and confesses that a stranger was kind enough to him since he knows about his feelings, even if Priya refuses to accept them. He keeps joking with her playfully about what all he will do for her when they get married. They reach a wishing well where people throw coins, and if the man fetches it for them, their wishes are believed to come true. Raj thinks it's a scam, but he notices how invested Priya is in it. When the man doesn't find her coin, she gets upset and starts arguing with the person managing the place. Raj will do anything for Priya, so he just jumps in and disappears for a while. He finally comes to the surface with the coin and celebrates his victory. Priya thinks it was very rash to just jump in, but Raj did it for her. They get a picture taken, which is very close to Raj, and he asks about what she wished for. When he learns she just wanted to reach home on time, he is disappointed. He then starts singing and confesses his love for her. She keeps resisting his advances, but his fun-loving nature warms her towards him, and she dances with him. She gets awkward when they get too close, and walks away. Priya is upset, since their flight has been delayed for longer and there seems to be no way out. She feels like she should have been more responsible and left earlier. Watching her cry, Raj promises to make her reach Athens on time. He rents a car and decides to drive all night so she can get there. Priya is impressed by how dedicated he is towards her as he drives. She wakes up in her house, and Raj confesses he did not want to wake her up too soon. Raj is trying to be brave while dropping her off, and offers to get her luggage. He takes out a collection of memoirs from their trip, and hands over the coin he got for her. He also rips the photo in two and takes her picture with him. Priya's family has spotted her, and she needs to go inside. Raj blesses her and wishes that she should always be happy. Priya feels bad while her family drags her inside, and keeps looking back. Celebrations have started for her engagement, and Priya is getting ready. She can't stop thinking about Raj, and remembers all the times he made her laugh. She knows what she needs to do and asks to speak with her father privately. In a room with Anna, her dad and Samir, she confesses everything that happened with her, and explains that she cannot get married to Samir. Anna is furious, and feels like they should force her to get married right now. Samir is more understanding, and asserts that he doesn't want to marry someone who won't be happy with him. Priya apologizes to him, but Samir understands and comforts her. Her dad wants to confirm with Priya if she is sure that Raj can keep her happy. Priya is confident, and feels that even if he dropped her off 4 hours ago, she knows he must still be waiting for her. She asks for permission to go find him, and runs outside. She looks around and finally spots Raj. She calls out his name and gestures to him, and Raj knows she has chosen to be with him. She runs towards him and hugs him, finally feeling happy about her decision. Priya introduces Raj to her family, and he makes everyone laugh. Priya and Raj get happily married with blessings from her dad. They return to India and reach Raj's house for the first time as a married couple. Raj wants to follow all the rituals, and makes sure Priya gets a special entrance into the house. Priya is happy with her decision, and how dedicated he seems. They wake up the next morning in each other's arms, and Raj prays to his God to always take care of Priya, even if something happens to him. After listening to this story, Sheetal cries uncontrollably, since it seems like a better love story than anything she has ever read. Salim and Farah arrive and notice Sheetal in that condition. Deepak introduces her, and she explains why she is crying. Salim informs her that they are throwing a surprise first wedding anniversary party for Priya and Raj, where she can meet them. Manu drags Priya and Raj to their terrace and waits till everyone jumps out to surprise them. Sheetal is very excited to see them and hugs Priya and Raj. She introduces herself and reveals how eager she was to meet them. Priya and Raj seem very tired, but try to be polite. During the party, Sheetal spots Raj and Priya together and approaches them. When she's near enough, she hears them fighting and stops. She realizes how unhappy they both are with each other after just 1 year of marriage, and feels that they have changed a lot. She also learns that Priya regrets marrying him. But to keep up appearances, Priya and Raj cut their anniversary cake. The next morning, Deepak and Sheetal are out for a jog, and he notices how bad her mood is. She wasn't able to sleep well last night because of the fight she overheard between Raj and Priya. Deepak assures her that they love each other very much, and that fights are normal between any couple. Anna has organized a prayer event at Priya's house to pray for her happiness. Even if it is important for both Raj and Priya to be there, Raj doesn't turn up. At night, Raj tries to compliment her cooking skills, but Priya has decided to give him the silent treatment. On his insistence, she reveals how embarrassing it was for her that day. Raj starts apologizing, but they end up bickering even more. Raj feels like she has a problem with everything he does now, and Priya feels that he doesn't give her any time and only wants to watch the TV. Raj switches off the TV and decides to talk to her about what she wants, but they can't agree on anything. The next morning, Raj is getting ready for the office when Priya notices his wet towel on the bed and asks him to put it in its place. Raj gets frustrated and starts ranting about how she has a problem with everything he does. He starts throwing things in anger, forcing Priya to run out of the room. He knows he was out of line and goes after her, but trips on his shoe. They find this hilarious and start laughing. Priya and Raj start spending some time with each other and try to rekindle their love. They drive up to Samir's party, and before entering, Raj tries to make an excuse to leave since he feels out of place at such parties. Priya convinces him, and they meet Samir, who is very happy to see them and compliments Priya. She is friendly with him, but Raj gets uncomfortable. Samir announces that he has bought the dream house Priya always wanted in Greece when they were young. He even offers to let them use it for a vacation. Samir has to go to meet some friends, who comment on how expensive his lifestyle is, which makes Raj jealous. Samir takes Priya with him to dance, but she keeps looking over at Raj to join her. Raj stays put and seeks validation from a server there about how he looks. Anna is shocked to see the kind of neighborhood Priya is living in, and how friendly she is with the local helpers. Priya assures her that she is very happy in her life, even if Anna feels like she has downgraded herself by marrying Raj. She gifts Priya 2 tickets for Greece since she wants her to have some fun. Nandu is singing his sad song again, but this time, Raj asks him to continue, since he is in a good mood. Raj has decided to seduce Priya, and when she opens the door for him, they pretend to be strangers for a role play. When they reach the bed, Priya informs him about some good news she has. She has been selected by the Australian company she applied to, and informs him about the tickets Anna gave her. Priya is excited to go to Greece, but this automatically pisses off Raj. He wants them to go to Greece with their own money, and not take favors from everyone. He then explains how insecure he feels, and his constant need to prove his worth, since he knows Priya's family would have preferred if she married Samir, since he is very rich. Priya feels like he is overreacting. Raj discusses his problems with Manu and asks for advice. Manu feels that it is very important to compromise in a marriage, and that Raj should work harder to make Priya happy. When Priya opens the door, she finds Raj with grocery bags and flowers in his hand. He even starts doing chores and discussing his day, to make her feel happy. Priya is impressed with this gesture, and Raj, feeling encouraged, offers to make dessert too. She knows he doesn't know how to cook, and soon enough, he even cuts his finger in the process. Raj is very happy when he reaches the office, but is informed that the company he works for, TradeLink, has gone bankrupt. He tries to negotiate with the bank about his loan, but he is informed that if he is unable to return $2.5 million within a week, all his properties will be seized. He is very depressed and broken when he reaches home, and Priya notices this too. He informs her about what happened, and she assures him that they will figure out something together. Raj visits Mr. Sinha to negotiate for the money they owe him. Mr. Sinha is insensitive and doesn't care about either his company or Raj. He feels like he doesn't owe Raj anything, and he can go to court if he wants to negotiate for his money. Raj comes home and starts crying, and just wants Priya by his side. Raj is frustrated and feels like after trying everything, they need to start selling their trucks to pay back the bank loan. Priya comes in with a serious look on her face and announces that he got another notice from the bank. When Raj opens it, he finds a check for $2.5 million instead. Priya explains that she got this check as an advance for the Australian assignment she has taken up. Raj is truly grateful to Priya and hugs her. They host a party to celebrate this success, and Raj is more in love with Priya than ever. He even wants to invite Samir to the party so she has a friend there. He calls Samir and hands the phone to Priya. She takes it inside, and when she is alone, she reminds Samir on the phone to not mention to anyone that she has taken the money from him. Once she ends the call, she is shocked to see Raj behind her, but pretends like she was having a regular conversation. Raj knows and wants to confirm if she took the money from Samir. He gets angry and starts shouting. Priya is scared he will create a scene in front of everyone. And proving her right, Raj rudely tells everyone to leave. To make a point, he starts breaking all the glasses the guests are holding, and keeps behaving rudely till they all leave before it gets too violent. Priya tries to explain that after looking everywhere, her only option to save his business was to take a loan from Samir. Raj insists that he has never taken money from anyone, and feels disgusted that he now owes everything to Samir. His ego is hurt, and his insecurities about Samir doing better in life are even worse now. Raj suggests that since he gave her such a huge amount, he must still be in love with her. Hearing the doorbell, Raj goes to open the door and spots Samir with flowers. Samir is expecting a party, but Raj rudely drags him inside and throws away the flowers he got. He then starts behaving even more rudely, even when Priya begs him not to drag Samir into their fight. But Raj does not listen, and gets touchy with Samir to check how much his suit is worth. Raj then announces that he knows he is worth nothing, and suggests that something is happening between Priya and Samir. When it seems like he is about to get violent with Priya, Samir steps in, but Raj takes it the wrong way and suggests they both should get married. When he doesn't stop rambling, Priya slaps him to silence him. Priya packs her suitcase in tears and leaves the house. She goes to live with Anna, while Raj starts drinking and missing Priya. She is unable to work or eat for a while, and they both keep remembering their happy times. Priya finally starts her business and receives her first check. Postman Gangu, Tiwari and the others discuss what went so wrong with Raj and Priya. They ask Laxman and Radha to pretend to be Raj and Priya, to enact an argument. They soon realize after listening to them bicker that it was no one's fault. Manu asks Raj to think again before selling off all his trucks. Raj knows it's not the right thing to do, but cannot rest till he returns all the money to Samir. He goes to meet Samir in his office with his check, and asks the receptionist about him. She insists that Samir is in a personal meeting, and has asked not to be disturbed. While waiting, Raj spots Priya and Samir sitting together through the door. He gets jealous and frustrated and drops off the check with the receptionist, asking her to give it to Samir. During the meeting, Samir feels awkward that Priya is returning his check. Priya feels she was wrong to have ever asked for money from him, and needs to return it now. She realizes how much this move must have hurt Raj, but she also feels that no woman would tolerate the way he behaved that day. Samir feels Raj is very lucky to have someone like Priya, who loves him so much. Raj has been drinking since the morning, and when Manu goes to talk to him, he insists he needs to find Priya and ask her why she went to Samir. He reaches Priya's house and tries to get inside. When the guard calls Anna, she refuses to let him in that late, and insists Raj should come back in the morning like a decent person. Raj gets offended about not being allowed to meet his wife, but the guards all drag him out of the society. Raj gets more offended and starts protesting. Priya notices the commotion too, and when the cops turn up to arrest him, she reaches downstairs and informs them that he is her husband. When they leave, Priya begs Raj to go home. She feels like he always creates a scene, and she cannot tolerate this kind of indecency anymore. She declares that they are better off without each other. Priya has decided to move to Greece, away from Raj, since she feels like that is the only solution. Raj knows he has crossed a line again, and doesn't know how to fix it. His friends inform him that Priya has decided to move to Greece forever. Raj knows he needs to stop her, and they all head to the airport. When the guard doesn't let him in, he spots Tiwari and takes help from him. Raj looks around for Priya, but misses her by a minute. He shouts out her name in frustration, which makes her stop and look for him. When they are finally face to face, Raj admits that he has made a huge mistake, and begs her not to leave. Priya knows they will keep hurting each other if she stays, and that their reality is too harsh to deal with. Raj still feels like he can change, but Priya has made up her mind. While leaving, Raj asks Tiwari for one last favor, and makes sure that the necklace he always wears reaches Priya in her flight. On his way home, he spots Laxman and Radha happily getting married. He even sits next to Nandu and cries his heart out. He feels very lonely as he enters his dark house and puts his shoes away. He hears Priya asking him to keep his shoes in the right place, and can't believe his eyes. Priya is in his house, and confesses that she could not go away, because she knows she cannot live without him. Anna and her dad are finally happy to see them back together, but they soon start bickering again. But this time, they are bickering with love for each other.